'cause I got a good man and we got a good fire going.
Country singer and viral sensation Karen Waldrop putting on a show for her fans from the comfort of her home. That's as musicians all across the country are being forced to cancel their concerts and tours. And of course, as folks are staying inside as much as possible. Karen Waldrop joins me now from Nashville. It's a pleasure to have you on the show. Tell me a little bit about how disappointing it was to have to cancel your shows and how you came up with the idea to do it live from your living room.
Well, I think I speak on behalf of hundreds and thousands of singers, artists, writers all across the world who are experiencing this. And we are trying to be optimistic and say mainly that we're just thankful for the technology to be able to still play the shows. They look and sound completely different than what we thought we were going to be doing, which was tonight playing in Houston or Dallas or whatever town we were supposed to be in during this tour. But now that we have this new way of doing things, we are playing online for people, and we're just trying to be positive. And I went through a lot of different songs that I've played over the years, and I tried to pick the ones that made me feel good. And I figured if it helped me, then it probably helped somebody else.
I watched one last night with Travis Meadows as well. We were tired of watching TV, and he's a singer there in Nashville. And what I like about it is that, you know, it's kind of intimate, and you don't have anything but you and your guitar usually, or maybe just like one other thing. And it's like being in the songwriting room with you when you're coming up with your great songs.
I think you're right. And we've been playing. We have this Waldrop Worldwide fan base online. You guys can join. Just come over to my Facebook page. It's totally free. You can come hang out with us. But we've created this way of playing music for people online, which for me, it reminds me of like a bonfire. It's like there's no mic, there's no audio, there's no sound guy. It's just me, the guitar, maybe a percussion player. I've got a stand-up bass guy coming tonight, Steven. And so I just think just kind of going back to the basics and bringing it back to the bonfire. And I think it's time to be innovative. This is the best time ever for artists to be innovative.
But because these are free and you're putting them on for us and we can join in, which is great. But if if we want to support artists, what's the best way to do that?
Well, mine's free at 6:30 on my Facebook page every single night. But then there's also what we're doing is we're creating another show on our Facebook supporter page, which is $4.99, and there's 4 shows. So we're encouraging people to come over and subscribe and, you know, help me to pay the boys and help me to kind of get through this time. But for all the other artists out there, I would say, you know, go to their online store, buy a t-shirt, get a koozie, stream their music, do something that you can to help them get through this time. And streaming is obviously very low dollars.
And
but
of course,
if there's any way that you could PayPal or Venmo them or just anything to send them a little love.
That's good to know. And of course, you know, I think everybody's aware that Nashville had that tornado that just came through a week or so ago, and now you have this. Before I let you go, and I have to turn things over to Bill Hemmer, I want to know the background to the song Colorado Kiss of yours that I really love.
I love that. Yeah, during that time in my life, I was very in love with this guy who was out in Colorado, and he was in the Army, and I would go fly out there, visit him, come back, and then years later, when I found out that he was engaged, I wrote Colorado Kiss with my friend Julia Cole, and the idea was, you know, looking back, it's kind of that reminiscent feeling of you know, there were those times when we were young and we were at Manitou Springs and everything was great.
Manitou Springs, that's what caught my, I was like,